What's good, everybody? Israel, not coming back at you on the video. So with this video, the title for this video is going to be super fitting because this is the overarching main idea of what this video is going to be. The title of this one is called No Limits. Now, I say no limits because that is the truth for your life and the life of everyone here on earth, right? We as humans don't have limits, right? Whatever it is that we want to be, do, or have, we can have that. We can become that. We can step into that. There are no limits in this lifetime, and you need to approach life with that same idea, with that same mindset, right? Because the only limitations that will ever exist are the ones that you impose on yourself, right? Those limitations are essentially barricades that prevent you from going somewhere else that you haven't been before, right? Some things that may seem impossible, right? Because you believe that it's impossible, you won't even take time to even consider what it would be if you were to accomplish that impossible feat, right? Many tasks or many dreams or goals that people's had on this planet, before even inventions, right? Before it ever happened, it was always deemed impossible because it never seemed possible in the minds of other people until it happened, right? And so even if something appears to be impossible, you need to understand that there is still always a possibility that that thing can happen, that you can reach that goal, that you can reach that dream. And you would only ever, quote unquote, lose or quote unquote fail if you ever deem it to be impossible, if you ever decide to just give up. Because something else that you need to be aware of is that those individuals who are very successful in life, right? And I'm talking from success, I'm referring to an accomplishment standpoint, not necessarily happiness, from an accomplishment standpoint, right? Like career-wise, financially, like that type of success. Those people, they didn't get there by being perfect, right? They got there through trial and error, through learning experiences, of course, through luck and coincidences, right? They got there believing that it was possible to get to where it is that they wanted to be at. And that's because they understood that there are no limitations in life. Limitations, remember, limitations are essentially you putting yourself in a box. It's like you seeing the entire world, but preventing yourself from experiencing or accessing the entire world because you've placed yourself in a clear box. So you're just stuck in the small little room that you've given yourself, rather than opening up that box and being able to say, I can go anywhere in the world now, right? But oftentimes people put themselves in a glass box and they say, okay, well, this is all that I'm capable of. But if you believe in something so far out, that dream or that goal that may seem so distant from where you're at now, if you believe that it were possible, because it actually is, you would be working towards that. You would spend less time. See, people need to spend less time worrying about whether something is even possible or not, right? Oftentimes, most of the mental power goes to the fear and anxiety of whether something is going to happen, whether this, whether that. It's like, why not just, if it's something that you want, if it's something that's meaningful to you, if there's purpose behind it, why not just go after that and see what the results are, right? And experience that, right? Why do folks spend so much time worrying about all the what ifs? Because that can take up so much of your mental capacity and space, right? Why not just go all out and go after it? So then you can see what that will look like, right? And then you can decide. That's what makes life fun. That's what makes life enjoyable, doing the things that we want to do and experiencing the things that we choose to experience, right? So there's no shame in that. You need to remember, when you're writing down your goals, your dreams, just remember that there are no limits in this world, right? In this lifetime, right? Oftentimes people think that, if they want a dream home, that they need to figure out how they're gonna get the finances to get that home. But it's flawed thinking because you're believing that you need to figure out how you're going to get the money, how you're going to earn the money to get the house, because you believe that in order for you to get that home, that you need to be the one to purchase it. There's been plenty of instances where a family member of someone gifts them a house, right? Or like gifting is possible, but you rule that out because you believe you need to earn the money to then be able to get the house, right? That you need to figure out how you're going to get the money, right? What if an opportunity falls into your lap that gives you the exact amount of money that you need to get the house, right? Something that you enjoy doing, something you never thought of. Maybe you've just been a regular person, minding your business, just doing your work, having your head down focused, and then maybe a random opportunity for you to star in a movie unexpectedly, right? Something you've always wanted to do for what appears to be the exact lump sum that you need to get that dream home. So not only you be compensated for the amount you wanted, you're also doing something that you've always wanted to do, which is star in a film, and then that can get you the money that you need for the house, right? But the whole time you were fixated that you need to somehow find a job or find a way, a means yourself on how to get that money or how to earn it. This is what I mean of life being limitless. Like, you don't know what the universe has in store for you, and you don't know the methods of how something's going to be delivered to you. So this is why you need to dream big. You need to envision what you would look like at the end goal. What does that look like for you in all areas of your life, right? And fall in love with that idea, with that dream, because then the pieces will begin falling into place for you to eventually get there. And so this is what I mean when I say there are no limits in life, because you can become that person. That can be your reality, right? It may not happen at the snap of a finger. It may not, right? Because, of course, it may take time for the physical manifestation and for things to flow into your life. But the moment you step into that, that's when all of the variables behind the scenes, all of the mountains will begin moving behind the scenes that your senses won't be able to pick up, right? So you'll think that nothing is happening. And then soon enough, things will begin flowing into your life, right? And you'll be at a loss of words because it'll come as a shock, but then eventually you'll kind of not be surprised because you were expecting it to happen, right? That's how it all works. And you need to begin believing that about yourself and believing that about the world, right? That there are no limits. The only limitations that exist are the ones that you impose on yourself. So spend less time focusing on whether if something is possible or not, and just decide on what is that you want. So then you can begin working towards that. There's no reason to entertain all the other variables, because what you need to understand, if there's something that you want, the universe is working with you. It is conspiring with you to deliver you what it is that you want. So the universe is actually on your side and helping you. And what you need to understand is whatever it is that you want something, but whatever it is that you want also wants you. It wants you more than you want it. So it's rushing its way to you to deliver itself to you. So that's reason to get excited. Once you decide on what you want and you pinpoint that and you fall in love with that idea, work towards that, right? Step into that person. Live that life day by day, moment to moment, right? Become that person. Have the right attitude. Get excited. Start celebrating that good things are on the horizon, because then that will change your mindset and your mentality. And then you'll be able to truly become that person and begin working towards those goals and the dreams that you wanted. Because at the end of the day, that is what will truly make you happy. We're always chasing happiness here on this lifetime. So if we're working towards the goals, the things that we actually want to be, have, and experience in this lifetime, that is also when we're at our happiest, because we're operating with purpose. And some things that are deemed impossible, many things, so many things that were initially deemed impossible from other people have been accomplished, right? It has happened. So there's no reason for you to think in your situation, whatever dream you have, whatever goal you have, there's no reason for you to think for 1 second that that's impossible, right? You need to understand that you are a creator, right? The same way how when you're born, how you're similar to your parents, right? Because you are a combination of your parents' genes, right? You may inherit their behavior, you may inherit their thinking patterns, you inherit their looks, right? Of course, their nationality, like where they were born, you have that country's blood within you. Their tendencies, right, is the same way with you yourself, right? You are God's creation, right? God is the creator. So if God created us, then you have creation within you. You have that same ability as well, right? It's not that we were put here on earth and we were stripped of any power and we just have to do what we are told. We have the ability to create from within, and that is what creation comes from. So if you come to realization that life, there are no limits and there are no limitations upon your ability to create, then that is when you are at your true self and your true form, because then you have an idea and you will no longer immediately shut down that idea like how you used to, right? Back when you believed in limitations, that someone can only do so much and someone can only earn so much. Back then, when you used to believe in those limitations, you would have a great idea, $1 million idea, possibly $1 billion idea, and then you would get discouraged and shut it down because you would think it's not possible, right? You need to understand that in this lifetime, there are no limits. So stop putting yourself in the glass box where you're there just trapped in an enclosed space and you're watching other people live their life around you. You need to be able to break through the box and allow yourself to realize that the world is yours, that you are the main character, that you always have been and you always will be. And you have the power and the gift to begin creating the life that you've always wanted to live. So start working towards that and don't put any attention and energy into the other factors and variables, because that will get handled on its own accord. The details will figure itself out. You just need to focus on what is it you want and focus on the joy of that and live that as much as you can, so that you can, of course, have joy, but eventually come to realization that dreams in this lifetime do come true, that you can accomplish your goal, you can live out your dreams, that all these factors and variables that you used to think were legitimate reasons for us to not achieve something or reasons for us to be held back, that they just fall on their face. They fall on their face. It's just nonsense, right? You are powerful beyond measure. You can accomplish whatever it is you set your mind and your heart to. So focus on the things that you actually want to do, right? Because then that's when you will pour out yourself into that, because you are doing something that's meaningful, something that you've always wanted to tackle. So that's my gift to you, this video right here, titled No Limits. So I rest of the video. If you enjoyed the video, do leave a like and subscribe, as we are on the road to 100 subscribers, guys. I'm telling you, we are going to crush that milestone very soon, and I want you to be part of that journey with me. So once again, guys, this is Joel, and I'm out. See you guys for the next video.